everyone. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to this part 3 on the Tamiya 135th scale M5A1 WWII Stuart. So this is part 3, bit of weathering, bit of chipping, and maybe it'll probably be the final reveal. So without any further ado and waffling from me, let's jump down the desk and see how we get on. Okay guys, so here we are. We're at the desk. So Um, if you recall in part 2, I primed and then put the olive drab on, and then I've before that I'd done some hairspraying and to try some chipping. So this is the turret, as you can see, and what I've done now at the back end here, I think I've went a bit too enthused there, if that's correct phrase. But you can see at the front there where I've tried to, hopefully the camera can zoom in on that. And then I've done that on the tracks as well, these spare tracks. So not great, not it's not great, but it'll do for my purposes. But on the whole, then I'm sort of working my way through it. A good example, again, a wee bit over enthused here, but a good example would be the edges here. And oh, yeah, I thought that one of the handles came off, so I meant to put that back on again. So just by way of demonstration, what I've done is, so I've got a bit of water and I use these here. These are I think these are used for drill bits. So these are wire brushes. So you would put that in and let it burn around. So what I do is, so drop of water. Now this should activate the hairspray, or sorry, um, rub the paint away. So you can see there. Now I'm not doing much pressure there, just slight pressure, and that should see. So that brings up the oxide underneath it. So that's what I've been doing around different parts of the vehicle. So for example, this wee hinge, just give it a. I'm not rubbing hard now, guys. Just a bit of pressure, and that comes up like that. So just I'll try. I'm not going to bore you with this, guys. So I'll just do this edge. Hopefully it'll work for me. Yeah. So that's nice there. So just dry that off. So you see you're getting a bit of it. So that's what I've been doing. I've been going around, just where the crew would be climbing aboard the tank. What I'll do now is I'll go around bits of the wheels here and the running gear and do a wee bit more, a few more edges, and then I'll start on the tracks and get them painted up to get these skirts on. These going like that. So I'm gonna be I wonder, I can't remember, does that go? I think they go like that. Yeah. So I'll maybe do a bit of chipping there as well. So once I've done that, then what I'll do is varnish that, and then I'll put on the decals and then varnish that, and then we'll try a wee bit more weathering and we'll see from there. So let me crack on with that, guys. Cheers. Okay, guys, back at the desk now. So I've put a bit of a wash around the main body of the tank. Um, After I put on the decals, there's meant to be a star here, but my clumsy hands touched it and it just came off. So and it was unrecoverable. So I finished off the sort of chipping and damage, if you like, or wear and tear that maybe the tank would have had with the crew. Um, Done the running gear as well. So what I've done then is once I varnished that, let that dry, and I put some enamel wash around it just to darken up the all the wee all the wee crevices that cause some shadow. I think it's okay. It's dulled it down a wee bit. I'm trying to make it look as realistic as possible. So what I've done, I haven't done the turret yet. So I'll just I'll just show you what I did. Um, so a wee small brush, you get the cover of it. Uh, just to dip in and hopefully you can see this now. So just around the edges, and the capillary action then will drag it in, and it just darkens it up, so to form sort of shadows type of thing. And if I put too much on, then I can get some thinners and go over it and take it off where I don't want it. So hopefully you can see this. So if I just touch it, it just guides it way around it, and it gives a really nice effect. Do one more for you. So just pop it in there. I see the way it crawls along there. That's really good. So I'll continue that process round the turret to darken it up. And then I'm gonna put in the aerial at the back here. Now I'm just using a bit of a guitar string here actually. And so what the plan is just to it just pops in there. Hopefully you can just move the mic out of the way. Sorry guys. Just pops in there. Hopefully you can see that. The camera focuses on it. So just wee touch of glue and I'll just pop that in. And I think it's the right scale for it. I have another piece of wire. I think it might be a bit thick. It's an orbiter cable. Yeah, it's actually a better fit as it just jams in there. He says. Yeah. So hopefully you can see that. Um, that looks quite thicker than the other one. I think the other one's maybe better off the scale, so I might use that. I won't put it on yet. I'll wait till I'm completely finished. But there you are, guys. That's the sort of process we're on. Finished up the machine gun. I'm quite happy the way that's turned out. Um, so I just put a bit of brass in there and to sort of give the compression of bullets. So then that will go on the wee cradle and sit in here. And my man's all ready. So yeah, so good progress. Once I finish off this sort of wash, and then I'm going to put on these light dust deposits and just basically just cover, especially the running gear along here. Just dust all that up and over the tank as well. Just a light dusting, uh, just to just to give it a bit of wear and tear. So I'll see you in a bit. Bye, guys. Thanks. Guys, so back at the desk. So I put on some of that dust onto the underside. I don't know whether that's too much there. I know on the front here it's too much. So what I'm trying to do, I've got some odorless thinners here in a wee jar, and what I'm doing is I'm just damping a brush, and I suppose hopefully you can see this. So what I'm doing is I'm just gently brushing it down and basically diluting it. I suppose you could have maybe done this the first time round, and you can see the difference there. That's much better now. If I do it on the other side as well to show you. Um, so maybe a lesson is the next time when you're putting on that sort of that, those dust deposits is to maybe thin that or not put so much on the next time. So just just wetting it up again basically to manipulate it. So and I think that's given me a better effect. Um, yeah, so that's good. Maybe do it on the front here as well. Star, just dilute it, just clean it up a wee bit better, not to make it so bad. That's that's a bit better, I think. So there you are. So I'm gonna let that dry and I think between the tracks or sorry the underside and the running gear, I think I'll leave that. That's okay. But what I'll do now is I'll do the upper hull the same method, but I'll maybe dilute the this dust and dirt deposits, late dust and dirt deposits. So or maybe just do what I was doing and then let it dry and then do what I've done here and see how we get on. All right, guys. Cheers. Yes. So welcome back to another update. Um, so let me just give you a wee bit of a background. So as I left off, I'd sort of done the upper hull with that light dust deposits. This one here from AK. Um, and I think that's pretty where I wanted to go to. I then put on the skirts, these side panels, put the tracks on first, and then put the skirts on. And I have to say that was quite difficult to get them on. As you can see, bit of a gap here at the back. Don't even know whether I could maybe glue that, but I had to use super glue to get that on. There was some fixing points, but they were quite flimsy. So that was a bit of a job. And then I done the same again with the light dusts. So you're pretty happy the way it's turned out. Mate, that doesn't look too natural. I tried to do a bit of staining, but I'm not too sure that's come out as well as I'd hoped. But generally, yeah, I'm happy the way that part of the vehicle's turned out. Then done the same on the turret. Done the same thing. Um, after the chipping, um, put the aerial on. I was trying to use this thinner version. Um, now it's just a bit of a guitar string. And I had it on and then it got knocked off, but could I get it back on again? Not a chance. So I tried to drill a wee hole and sort of pin a bigger part, bit of a bigger, sorry, a bigger piece of guitar string into, and it seems to have hold. I then mounted the machine gun. Um, yeah, so a bit of copper there to show off the bullets. So hopefully now what I'll do is I'll stick that all together and then I'll put our gunner on at the back. Hopefully that'll all go according to plan. So basically that's basically we're there now, guys. I'll maybe put up a few pictures at the end and show you what it looks like finished. I was even thinking of maybe a bit of a touch, bit of twigs in between the hedge cutter here. That might be a bit of a fact. But there you are, guys. Look, thanks very much for watching. If you've made it this far, and I'll see you. This will be the final reveal then, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks now. Bye.